So hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. And on today's video we're in the garden. I've been out filming all day and came back to find that the video was blurred, so I'm having to do it all over again, although this is just the section where I'm static and not moving that's blurred, so I'll include the riding section at the end, so stay tuned for that. So it's our last ride, final thoughts on the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. This bike has been with me for a couple of weeks, although the weather has been pretty dire, raining all the time, so I've not been out as much as I wanted to on this bike. But it has been enough time to give me a good insight of what this bike's all about. Now, Royal Enfield have just launched the new shotgun. The shotgun is based on this platform, except the foot pegs are in the standard position here, not forward. So if you're into a standard foot peg position and don't want the forward controls, then I'd recommend going and trying the shotgun. Like I say, it's based on the same platform. I'm not going to get one of those on the channel. It's pretty similar. There's plenty of other videos on YouTube about that. Okay, so we'll start with the dislikes first of all. Forward foot positions are not for me, so I would prefer the shotgun over this one. Brakes on the bike, I would prefer it if it had twin discs on the front to give it a little bit more bite. I think with the bike being 241 kilos, I think it's a little bit heavy, especially when pushing around the driveway. And also with it being a single-sided brake, like I say, the brakes are a little bit soft on the front, although you do have a rear big disc on the back, so combined braking, the bike is quite okay, but it could do with that other disc on the front. What I do like about the bike is the build quality. It's very simple. You've got traction control, no lean sensitive ABS or anything like that. You've got single clocks at the front, nice single headlight, adjustable brake lever and adjustable clutch lever, which is great. Controls are good. All the parts on this bike seem that like they've come on over the last 2 years, and Royal Enfield have certainly done well with the 650cc engine that's in here. Would I say it is as smooth as probably a Triumph Bonneville? Maybe not, but it's getting there. It really is. And this engine is in the Super Meteor 650, the Interceptor 650, the Continental GT, and also in the shotgun. So it's a tried and tested engine, really smooth. Gear shifts are great, and can't fault that in any way. So the only thing I would fault is the rear shocks. The ride on this bike is quite jarring, especially on British tarmac and roads. It's on its softest position in the preload just now, so I can't adjust it any softer. So if you are getting this bike and you're riding on UK roads, you might need to do something regarding that, otherwise you get bounced about a little bit. The front suspension is really good. It's non-adjustable, but it's fine for my weight, 90 kilos. I'm 6'2", and the ergonomics of this bike are great for a person of my height. The seat, while it's okay for about an hour's ride, it's quite sculpted. I know another YouTuber, Bingley Wheeler, he's got one of these bikes, and I think he's put a comfort seat on, and also he's put some bar risers to bring the bars back towards him a little bit. I've got long arms, so I don't struggle with the bars on this. I think these are pretty comfortable on a long journey. There's no screen on the front, so if you're doing long journeys, you might want to put a screen on there, and some luggage and things like that. So you can tour on this bike. The range on the tank is about 180 to 200 miles per tank, so you would need to stop anyway every hour or an hour or two just to get fuel, so that wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, really happy with the quality. It's got braided brake lines on the bike. Like I say, the brakes are okay. They're not fantastic, but they do the job. Yeah, so I've been really impressed. The paintwork on the tank is great on this bike as well. So I'll send this back to Royal Enfield this week, and coming in place of that, not from Royal Enfield, is a Triumph Tiger GT Pro, and I'm going to actually do a difference or a back-to-back ride with my Rally Pro and see the differences on that, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get out on this bike now. Like I say, the first part of this video that was filmed was too blurry, so I'm having to shoot the first part now, so you'll see me in a different jacket and things when I'm riding the bike, just to finish off the video. So welcome to the beautiful village of Scorton in Lancashire, and this is a fond place. Just go over these bumps. Oh, that rear shock really is stiff on this motorcycle, and with the UK roads being in a state of disrepair, it really shows throughout that bike, or this bike. Roads are terrible, absolutely shocking in England. Which brings me on to the next video, which I'll talk about with the Tigers and the different size front wheels. Horsey. Ow. Okay, we're just going to do a left here. The Citroen coffee truck, which I frequent. Absolutely love it. So yeah, the lovely village of Scorton in Lancashire. Absolutely stunning. You've got a spa shop and a great coffee van. I think so, yeah. So you've got the barn on the right hand side just here. There's a lovely cafe restaurant just there. Fab place to stop off, Scorton. Grab a brew just before you head up into the Trough of Bowland. Really nice. So yeah, it depends what you want the Royal Enfield for. Could you do touring and all of those kind of things and use it as your only bike? Yes, you could. The bike is powerful enough, even though the figures on paper are not that fab. When you get it on the road, it does really perform well. But if you're looking for something with a bit more punch, then maybe you should look a little bit more of a bigger engine motorcycle. Now, I was mentioning the UK roads. Now, the councils obviously can't afford to repair the roads anymore because they're just not doing. And somebody actually told me that the councils are too busy with claims from people breaking wheels and things and damaging cars because of the potholes and the state of the roads, and they can't afford to repair them anymore. So where do we go from here? Do we go back to the Dark Ages? Do we have the horse and cart? Because if the roads keep crumbling the way they are in the UK, that's what they'll turn out to be. Just rubble roads and dirt tracks. It really is worrying what's happening to this country. So much to the point that I would be even scared to ride a motorcycle now at night, even though I'm not really into riding bikes at night. For the occasions where you might find a brick or half a brick on the road and hit that. Once did that years ago. Scared the living daylights out of me. But yeah, just the potholes. If you hit a pothole at night, can really unsettle you, potentially make you have a crash. Obviously in the daytime you can pretty much see where they are, but yeah, if you're going fast on a bike, then you know you're gonna have a problem. You hit some of these actually the drains, all the drains now on the road, the drain covers are that far sunk in the road. Them themselves are actually potholes, so not fab. Now, owning a classic or a modern classic bike, the T120 Bonneville, that has the same problem that I'm incurring with roads these days. Because of the potholes, the front wheels tend to track in the lines and the grooves of the road, and also the potholes don't fare well on 17-inch front wheels. Now, the Tiger 1200 that I have, the Rally Pro, just turn my indicators off, self-cancelling indicators on all bikes please, Yeah, so the Tiger 1200, I have the Rally Pro, and that has a 21-inch front wheel. Now on the 21-inch front wheel, that really soaks up all the bumps, all the potholes. When I get into like a track or a groove in the road, it doesn't follow that track, and you can just ride over them very easily. So I much prefer the 21-inch front wheel, and that brings me on to next week's video when I've got the Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro. That bike, I think it has a 19, potentially an 18. I need to double check that. Double check your stats, Nick. But yeah, definitely the road going version has a smaller front wheel, and I'm wondering how that will cope with those scenarios. So yeah, really looking forward to getting that bike on the channel and doing a comparison. I've been riding my Tiger Rally Pro now, kind of the off-road version, on the road doing big tours as you've seen on the channel, and yeah, I'm quite used to that bike. So to get onto the road going version, differences obviously size of wheels, suspension travel. The bike is sat lower because of that lower suspension and less suspension travel, so maybe suited more for the shorter than me rider. But I'd like to feel if the ergonomics are a little bit different on that bike, with it being the road going version, or more road biased. So we'll have a good time over the next 2.5 weeks, I think I've got that for. So yeah, I look forward to that, so stay tuned for that on the channel. And also we'll discuss in that video as well whether, you know, adventure bikes are more suited now, especially for the UK roads, being in the terrible state that they are. So yeah, it's about 6 degrees. I'm freezing. I've got my heated gloves on, but I've not got them turned on. So I'm going to head back. Enjoyed my time with the Super Meteor. It is a fantastic bike, and if you're looking to get one, highly recommend go and sit on one, have a test ride if you can. It is a great bike. The build quality is fantastic. I'm not going to, you know, blow smoke up its backside if I didn't think that. On this channel we give honest reviews, but it is only my opinion, so other people might have different opinions, guys, and might not agree with me. But yeah, if you've got any comments, got any questions you want to ask about this bike, just drop them in the box below. Happy to answer, and always get back to people on my comments on the channel. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great week at work or whatever they're doing, and we've got some really exciting stuff coming up on the channel. I'll be heading out to Tenerife again in April with Easy Rider to take in some of the roads that I've never ridden over there. I've been over a couple of times now with Adam from Easy Rider, and highly recommend if you're wanting to get away from the cold and go and ride on top of a volcano and see that, then head over to Easy Rider. And also I've started using their new app, which is really great, and I'll pop it on screen now. And basically the app, you can record your rides, share them on the app so that your friends can see them, the routes and stuff, with the community. Also there's a toggle on there for ride time radio, so if you like listening to motorcycle type music and radio, then they've got podcasts on there as well. So if you've got an intercom, you can ride along while you listen to that, record your rides, share them with the community. And also it's got a weather toggle on there as well that's really good, so you can just check the local weather wherever you are that day. So yeah, that's available on the Apple iOS store, and yeah, head over. I'll pop a link in the description below to download that. I find it really useful, and I've started using it, and also listening to some podcasts and things on my motorcycles as I'm doing my journeys. So that's it for today's video. Thanks again, guys. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also if you can give the video a big like, much appreciated, and helps the channel along. And I'll see you on a video next Sunday. Take care for now. Cheers.